Hey, Motorman here. And a lot of you have mentioned that you haven't seen any of my class videos lately. And you're right, it's been a few weeks. So I'm going to show you a class video today. I'm going to show you the mistakes you're likely to make and the mistakes that, of course, the riders make. It's almost always the same in every class. I'll describe them to you. And I want you to know I thank everybody for supporting this channel. And one way besides watching and subscribing and clicking that notification bell, another way you could support the channel and help yourself at the same time is to get my Ride Like a Pro, the book. That's right, 1995, and from now until Saturday, if you purchase the book, go to the website, don't have to call to get it. We're going to throw in Shortcuts to Riding Like a Pro DVD. So you get the book and the DVD for $19.95. That's to your door. It's a great deal. We can only do this for 5 days. It is the black and white photos in the book. So the color ones, we're having a problem getting the paper, whatever the supply problem is. But you can get the book and the DVD, Shortcuts to Riding Like a Pro, $19.95. And you don't have to order this separately. Just go to the website, ridelikeapro.com, order the book, and we will automatically throw in the DVD. So you don't order it separately, because then we'd have to refund you. But you're saving 15 bucks by doing this, because it's actually, you're getting this free. All right, let's watch the video now. As we always do, we start with the slow cone weave. The rider's not dipping the bike very much. That means he's not using an aggressive turn of the bars. Now watch as he tries to make this U-turn. He's doing okay, then he looks straight and he goes straight. He misses those two green tip cones. This was his first time through. This is the second time through, and already I see some improvement in the dipping, which again is pretty common. And let's see if he does this U-turn this time. Nope, he straightens up the bike, looks straight, and the bike goes straight. But the third time was the charm. Now I'm standing right by these green cones saying, look at me, and he does, and he makes the turn easily. Now this is Bill. He's on a brand new Pan America, brand new to him. He's been to the class a few times. He's over 70 years old, by the way. He's doing a pretty good job, carrying a little bit too much speed. And I'll explain a little bit more about that later on. That's going to make his turns wide. The faster you are, the wider the radius of your turn is going to be. And here's our rider on the Road King. He's still going kind of slow, not quite turning the head quick enough. That head turn should come just prior to entering the gate. If you wait till you get in the gate and turn your head, yeah, you're a little bit out of alignment. It's not bad at all. It's above average, though. Now, this rider on our rental Road King, he's hesitant to use the rear brake. Don't know why that is, but when you're learning these techniques, head and eyes, the friction zone, and the proper use of the rear brake, when you're learning them, you need to use that rear brake. It's a helper. Here's our rider, Bill, once again on the Pan America. Like I said, he's doing very good. In fact, he's doing better on this bike than he does on his. He's got an Ultra and a CVO. But he's carrying just a little too much speed, which is making that radius really huge. We want S-shaped turns here, but he's doing a giant S. If he would slow it down, maybe 3 miles per hour, he'd be a lot closer to those cones. Now this rider on the Indian, he's going a little bit too fast to make this turn. He's having a problem modulating his speed using the clutch throttle and rear brake. In fact, sometimes he uses no rear brake at all, and I have to keep reminding him. He's not at that stage yet where he can eliminate it. Now he slows down, but he goes a little too slow, so he's got to put a foot down. No quitting this guy, though, so once he gets the hang of the speed, he'll have it down pat. Too slow, bike tips over. You get under 5 miles an hour, there's more force pulling you to the ground. Here's a drone shot of some of the riders going through the intersection. And pay attention to the rider in the far leg on the Road King. A little slow, but a nice tight turn. Now he really slows it down, and the bike tips over. Very common to go too slow. Usually that's more people are going too slow than too fast. Now watch this rider in the far leg. He's not paying attention. He's looking down, and he almost rides down the leg with the down bike. I'm going to show you that again. That's why you need to keep your head and eyes up at all times. Watch very carefully. The other riders see him. They go straight. He's not paying attention and looking in that leg, and he almost turns down the leg. Right there. If he was looking up, he'd have noticed that there was a bike down and he had to go straight. Now here's our rider on the Pan America, the older gentleman I told you about. And you know, he is old. He won't admit it. I'm thinking he's close to 80, but he's doing okay. Now he can't go too fast because you're in a confined space, and that's a good thing because it's slowing him down. He's tracking right alongside the cones. And if he'd turn his head a little bit quicker,
turn that head,
he'd be better off, but he's doing just fine. Now here's our rider on this road glide who tends to look down. He's been to quite a few of the classes, and he has very good clutch throttle control, and when he keeps his head up, he's perfect.
turn that head.
But he does tend to look at the ground. Sometimes I think he dropped a quarter and he's looking for it, but I have to keep reminding him, keep your head and eyes up.
One circle here. Turn your head. Don't look at the ground. Turn your head. Don't look at the ground.
Because he's got good clutch throttle control and knows how to use the rear brake and when to use it, he gets through the exercises without a problem. But he could keep his head and eyes up. Now, this rider's skills are above average before he even started the class, but sometimes he doesn't use the rear brake. Sometimes he'll look down a bit and he'll hit a cone. And in this exercise, it's important to use all the space available. Now watch, he'll cut himself short here, which makes that turn a decreasing radius, and he winds up having to put a foot down to get out of it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you learned something by it. And if you really want to learn something, get a copy of my Ride Like a Pro, the book, and we're going to throw in absolutely free the Shortcuts DVD. Go to ridelikeapro.com, purchase the book online, and we will automatically throw in the DVD for the next 5 days only.